Sean, these are them, and they provide new insight into what that teen told the 911 dispatcher and what was found inside his home. This is Oliver Funes Machado, the 18-year-old now charged with killing his own mother. Authorities say after decapitating her, he called 911. According to the search warrant, Funes Machado told the dispatcher that he did it because he felt like it, that he stabbed her like 8 times, that his 4-year-old sister and 2-year-old brother were also in the home at the time. The first deputy to arrive reported seeing Funes Machado leave the home, a large kitchen knife in one hand, and what we would later learn was his mother's head in the other.
For this to happen and to walk out and see such devastation, it was just heartbreaking.
According to court documents, once inside the Morgan Drive home, investigators recovered 4 medications for Funes Machado from a dresser. They're used to treat psychosis. CBS North Carolina has also learned the 18-year-old is from Honduras and that he's in the country illegally. ICE says they have an immigration detainer for him.
It's just horrendous. It's unbelievable that something like this would happen. I mean, it's hard to get over.
Wake County School says Funes Machado was a student at Rollsville High School until last year when he dropped out. He appeared before a Franklin County judge this morning. Cameras were not allowed in. He kept his head down for most of it and showed no emotion. Funes Machado will remain behind bars until his next court appearance. That's scheduled for a week from today. Meantime, neighbors in that Zebulon community are planning a vigil for his mother. That's scheduled for Friday evening. Live in Raleigh, I'm Amy Cutler, CBS North Carolina.
Amy.
Sharon, the damage done here is extensive. The Raleigh Fire Department now working with ATF to determine exactly what caused this blaze. Meantime, for the folks that were evacuated last night, it's still unclear when they'll be able to return home.
This is bad.
The inferno burned hot and moved fast. Daylight revealed the full extent of the damage. What would have been the Metropolitan, a new apartment complex, destroyed. The fire chief confirming 2 other apartment buildings were damaged. Residents there evacuated. The heat melted windows at the Quorum Center. The Link apartments barely recognizable from one side.
There was a ton of flames that were shooting up at the building in front of me, so that was very scary.
Lauren Pacone and her husband live at the Link apartments and rushed out. This evening, they had the chance to return, but only for a few minutes. Pacone took these photos. This the view from her living room, another of her patio furniture.
Besides water damage, I thought everything was going to be covered in soot and smoke, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
And most importantly, Pacone was able to get her wedding album and other mementos.
These things are irreplaceable.
Also irreplaceable, Sky, Scott Anderson's 4-legged friend.
I'm just so glad to have him back. They let us go in first to get him.
The fire chief says it could be months before residents are able to return for good. We don't know how many people were impacted, but between the Quorum and Link, there are hundreds of apartments. Those displaced trying to keep their eye on the big picture.
I went to the DMV to get a temporary license, just kind of trying to stay calm, trying to stay positive.
Now, those displaced will have another chance tomorrow to return home, but only briefly. The city is asking any of those displaced or evacuated residents to meet at City Hall at 8 a.m. They say they will be providing transportation to get to the site so that they can get at least some of their belongings. We are live in Raleigh tonight. I'm Amy Cutler, CBS North Carolina.
Tough situation.
Sharon, the town of Rollsville met here for over an hour tonight, and following that released this statement confirming that Police Chief Bobby Langston has died. Sharon, Sean, we just got an update from fire officials. They tell us 41 people were displaced in this, meaning they cannot return home tonight. Half of the building, they tell us, has significant damage. The other half of the building has just smoke damage.